Mr. Mike, back at home again. What are we doing this week?
Well, to back up, last week we did foundations for the water lift muffler. We did the through-hull exhaust port and several other little things I can't remember. There's been so many.
I was on vacation, so I didn't film that, but I will, maybe.
You will, yeah.
We'll get back out to the shop. We got other things, so.
Mostly work out at the shop. But today what we're working on is the systems, the fuel filter and the sea strainer.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we gotta sort that out. This is what we've been dreaming of. So let me pop down in the hole and see where we can put these things.
Yeah. We have plenty of space on the port side, which is good.
Ow. Boats.
And the first thought was to put this on the starboard side, but the space, the real estate over here is kind of already taken up because this bulkhead coming inboard.
Sure, the motor's a little tighter in this corner.
Yeah, more space on the port side. So what I'm thinking is that the fuel filter.
What a nice fuel filter. Look at that vacuum gauge. Okay.
And then we're going to have an electric fuel pump to purge the system for filter changes.
Yeah.
So the valving and the fuel pump would go on this side. There'll be a longitudinal bulkhead that I'll put in here to cover this all up.
Yep. And we can take the blower off and relocate it.
Or
do something with the blower. So bulkhead here, fuel filter, electric priming pump. Okay.
And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with this sea basket. Now the through hull, or I should say the valve out of the saildrive, is on the port side.
That comes up this way.
Right. So we got plenty enough space right here, so we could put it on this side of the engine.
Let me see this. Sorry about the camera shots here. Okay, so this could be. That's right. There's enough room there. You could reach right in. Everything's got to be accessible from where you're sitting, but you could easily clean and service this.
Correct.
And do your daily engine room check and take a peek on it.
Or we could put it on the forward side.
Possibly.
Right here.
I guess we got to get the motor so we know.
Yeah.
But either on the base or there's room. Let me hold this up. I think there's maybe room for both. Where's that fuel filter at? So if you make this bulkhead big enough, you back this up a little bit. I got it. So
you got it?
Oh yeah. So we could go here and there. Yeah.
And put everything on this side.
Put everything on this side. So one way or another.
And that kind of leaves the front of the motor open. The oil change pump is on the starboard side.
Yeah, it's
so
over here.
Over here. Enough room to wipe down the pan down below.
And this is all accessible when you open it up for your daily engine room checks.
Yeah, and I have plenty of room right here for a whatever.
Okay, and then the muffler base, we'll get a picture of that. That's back over here.
It's going to be in that corner right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Fuel tank, hoses. So we can run our fuel tank hoses probably right along the top here if we put the filter over here.
And come down to it,
So
right.
over and down into here. Onto this bulkhead, and then we got to get to the motor, which is probably on the other side, but that's okay. We could easily come over here and poke into wherever the fuel pump is. I think on the Beta it's over on this side.
Right. And we could always travel on the hull.
Sure, or we could attach it to this base or something like that.
Yeah.
Boy, these lights sure did work out nice. Man, glad
I think the only negative thing about running the fuel lines on the overhead is that you can't see them. But once again, if they're leaking, you'll see it.
Yeah, the evidence will be there.
The evidence will be there. Correct.
Okay.
So I guess
your next step is you've got to fabricate some bulkheads while we're waiting for this new motor to show up.
Yep.
Okay.
And then get the base out of here.
Yeah, let's do that next. So we're going to get the base out of here and talk about when the motor arrives what we're going to do. But we need to get this back down on the ground.
Get it into the shop.
Into the shop. So let's do that yet this week.
Yep.
Take this away now. Okay, now good time to reflect. You see the little board, we added that, it's spring loaded so that we got a better, more accurate count on how many trips we did. And so now it counts double. It counts on the way up and on the way down, but it's at 600 from when we started. If you watch back just 8 videos ago or whatever, and so 4140, that is 300 trips, and we still have to, I mean, we haven't even got the engine yet. We're not even halfway done. So that's just a good thing we like to keep track of if you're considering doing a refit. Well, Mike, what's the plan with this cart?
Well, this is a little dinghy cart that we're going to use to set the foundation up, the engine bed up, to set the motor on, set the outdrive on. We have to mark out the drill holes here for the plate that goes underneath. There's stainless steel in here, sandwiched in the glass, that we have to drill and tap for the motor mounts. Now this foundation came with markings for something, and you can see all the little markings around here. But do I go ahead and drill now?
Perhaps not.
No, we're going to wait and put the motor on here to make sure that these markings correspond with the motor and the sail drive. So we'll set this up and get
a little shim under it, make sure we got enough distance for the leg, which I'm sure we do.
All we need is 16 inches. Motor's on its way, which is good. So
I got to be honest, I thought in my mind when we talked about this project, we'd be glassing this in while we were waiting for the motor. Turns out you had lots of other projects to do.
Yeah.
And makes so much more sense to do that drilling and tapping and fitting on a cart in the shop.
Right.
Then we'll be glassing it in.
Okay, so we could kind of call this perhaps a backing plate or something, but it's drilled and tapped. It goes underneath, and the studs come up from this that the sail drive bolts onto. So you gotta.
Oh yeah, you gotta final trim this thing too eventually, huh? But we'll do that after we get the motor all figured out.
Get the holes drilled. Put this up in there, and then this gets glassed in place.
So it doesn't fall out.
So it doesn't fall out, right?
Right.
Or so it stays in place for when you need to bolt the sail drive down.
Okay, I think bringing this into the shop and doing this next step is going to be perfect.
It's the only way I would do it.
Yeah. Well, let's roll it in the shop and get busy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, that's it for this week. I didn't get out and film Mike's new exhaust port and the base for the water lift muffler, but I'll get back out to a shop because that's happening. A bunch of work is happening on the mast, and as the beta engine is en route. It's coming up from California, and we should see it next week. So we're obviously very excited about that. And so thanks for watching.